Hey everyone, great glorious day. I tell you, today's a wonderful day for Jared and I. 25 years ago, he drove in Chicago to come propose to me. And I told him no. I thought he was just driving up for a visit. I didn't expect to be proposed to because I really didn't want to be, married again. And so today marks that day. And here we are in our latter years, still together. Only saw him 4 times in person, after I met him on my flight. That was the first time I saw him. 4 times in person. Got married in a couple of months, less than, I think, 3 months. And everybody just knew that would not last. Like, you guys don't even know each other. We didn't, but Father knew. Father knew that we were meant to be together for his divine purpose, the Father's purpose. And we've gone through this journey on one accord. When Father does things, he does it suddenly. The world takes forever, and I get it. In fact, he's outside. He's been working in the yard. Like I said, all that money we spent on the lawn is gone. So we're just trying to get things together. He's out in his, he calls it his little forest, that's his man cave, I guess you call it. So I fixed this lemon water. He's back here. I think he's talking to his daughter. I'm not sure. But I told him I will come and bring him his beverage. It's just lemon water. Got Durango's little pillow, so I'm going to sit back here. I've been working to myself. So this is his area. Hey, honey. Here's your water. Mm-hmm. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Can I cheers with you with your water?
Yes. Here, put the pillow for Durango.
Okay. Boom.
I was showing my girlfriend my husband's his little thing here. When the neighbors cut their trees, they give Jerry these things. He says for his fire pit. Yep. I told her like some type of stuff that the beavers put together. He won't let me touch it. I told him to please take it out of our yard. He says he's going to burn it.
That's Jasmine.
Oh, it's your daughter?
Yep.
Okay, well you talk to her.
Okay.
I'm going to go over here.
Shalom, princess. How are you?
Anyway, I'm having a great day today. We're reminiscing about how things transpired. I married him, in faith, and it turned out quite well. I always tell everybody, let Father be your matchmaker. He knows that what we need and what they need. And I always say he put 2 knuckleheads together because, it takes a lot of work, a lot of grace, a lot of discernment and wisdom to be guided through marriage. But anyway, I just praise Father for his wisdom because he knew what I needed. He knows what we need better than we do. And we're talking to our daughter, my stepdaughter. Everybody's watching that little thing called Pop the Balloon. And it is so frivolous how people can be simple-minded by saying they were not attracted to the person because of the way they dress, or what else they say. They didn't like the people's, just a lot of foolishness. What really counts to me is that everyone that do choose to be, yoked together, be on the same spiritual plane. I mean, if you're an atheist, be married to an atheist. If you're a believer, be married to a believer. Because in the end of all things, that is the core of who we truly are. And if you're unequally yoked, when you have two different gods, I'm going to say, you serve, there is no way you can be intertwined. There will always be a spiritual division in your marriage. So if you're a believer, be married to another believer. And it's not just about being equally spiritually as well, it's how you walk that walk. If you're obedient to the Most High in the things He has commanded you to walk in, make sure your partner wants to be in agreement with that. Because when people are unequally yoked spiritually, it is destined to failure. Because that is a true us, by the way. But I'm excited. I'm excited that I obey Father. So He has orchestrated our whole relationship. That's all I have to say. And we got married so fast. I only have 45 people at our wedding. And many people that I knew personally, some of them like, you don't even know him. I didn't know him, but Father knew him. And just think about it. We truly don't really even know ourselves as much as we think we do. It usually takes the Spirit of the Most High to help us recognize who we are. And usually He used circumstances and other people to enable us to see our hearts. You know, like I didn't know I was so selfish until I got married. And in doing so, Father has perfected me in being more selfless and to esteem my husband above myself. And it's a blessing for others because I do aspire to esteem other people too. So anyway, our anniversary gift to each other is to just have a wonderful time tonight around this fire pit, roasting hot dogs, drinking my kombucha, and just, give Father a whole bunch of Thanksgiving. We went out today to my favorite store. We went to Home Depot, and I was telling Jared as we were driving, there's a couple of new restaurants in the area. It's so sad. I just don't feel comfortable going to some of the restaurants I once went to, because the last time I went, I saw some of the things and I realized the food was not, it was like using cheap ingredients. So I said, why don't we just stay home, go to Earth Fair, purchase some real beef, hot dogs and lamb casing, because I don't eat hot dogs that are put in any type of pork casing, and make a nice salad, and just drink my healthy drink, the kombucha. That it's only like 50 calories. Yeah, 50 calories, and it's good probiotics for your gut. So these are things that I am attending to. At this age, you do want to eat healthier. Okay, when you're young, you can ward off things, but as we are winding down, all the things that we misate in our youth can be adding up. So I'm like reversing anything bad or negative I might have consumed for my youthful years. And amazing, a lot of things that we were told that just bless it, Father said you can eat anything when you just bless it. Like He's trying to keep us from having fun. The reason He did not want us to eat it because He knew that it was harmful for the body. For instance, my father was in law enforcement. We were living in Maryland, by the way, and the big thing in Maryland, of course, are crabs. So a lot of people would invite my parents over for the crab feast or whatever they were doing. And my father said, I don't eat crabs, Jeanette. That's my mother's name. I don't eat crabs. I don't know why people keep eating these things. Don't they understand that they're scavengers? He says when bodies are pulled from the river, when they're breaking the river for bodies and stuff, crabs are all over it. And I'm like, no, Daddy, that's ridiculous. He says, no, for real, they're scavengers. They're bottom eaters. And people are eating it, and I'm seeing them saying that, you suck this out of it, this is the best part. And he said, that's ball. He says, people just eat so nasty. And I used to eat oysters and all that. Now that I understand about parasites and stuff, all these things we're consuming has all these parasites in it. And yes, I used to love the bacon. But when I began to study the scriptures and discover certain foods that Father calls foods and things that he calls not foods, I began to discover that bacon, pigs, they eat anything, and they have parasites. And no matter how hard or how high you cook that bacon in the temperature, those parasites don't die. So yeah, now they're trying to say, oh, cancer comes with the parasites. Well, let me tell you, all those injections we get in our bodies that they call, vaccines, they have a lot of parasites in them, by the way. Okay. And just FYI, when they tell you to take the test to come see if you have such and such, and they got this vaccine for it, you probably really didn't have it. Okay? However, when you do take the injections, they might be injecting that, whatever that is, in you. So I'm just asking us all to be, proactive in educating ourselves. Someone just sent me a great video today, and I think I'm going to try to post it. It comes up on Instagram, so when I post it on the Facebook, it's going to lead you to the Instagram. But what they were saying was so true. Most doctors are taught how to prescribe pharmaceuticals, not to ward you or teach you how to not have such and such. So the foods we eat in America is created, it seems to be, to cause us to become unhealthy and cause us to become, clients to doctors who are then paid to give us prescriptions. So they have a constant clientele of unhealthy people, and it all comes from the food. Even recently, so many people are coming down with dementia, and it's in the foods. It's in the foods, and it's in the injections. So I'm just encouraging everyone to start eating clean. And it's so funny, a lot of the pharmaceutical companies are buying up the food chains. So, yeah, I harp on this. Because I keep seeing people expiring, and they're becoming younger and younger. And my sister called me up the other day talking about the 2025 agenda. It's being implemented. I said that 25 agenda is to distract you from the true major mega agenda 2030, which is they have to have this earth depopulated by such and such, and the whole thing is geared towards everyone owning nothing but be happy. So that's going to be the case. I encourage everyone to get plugged into the Most High. Why? Because no matter what circumstances we end up in, the spirit of the living Elohim can cause us to be content in the midst of storms, in the midst of lacks. And so I'm saying, yeah, that kingdom, this kingdom on this earth, that's their agenda. But my Father has a better agenda. And like Messiah said, he's not of this kingdom. So whatever they have planned for this earth, no matter what, even I'm in the midst of a lion's den or the midst of fire, as the Hebrew boys were, I will be at peace. Do you remember how they were at peace even though they were placed in fire? They said they would not bow down to this world system. And even if the Most High did not deliver them, they still would not bow down. And because they refused to bow down, they put them into the lion's den. They put them into the fiery furnace. And Father took care of them. So they think that we're going to submit to things because we cannot be released from the creature comforts that we're accustomed to. So I say, get our eyes off of the creature comforts of the things that we have. And if anything were to suddenly happen, we will not be moved. Our hearts will not fail us. We will not be fearful. We understand that Father has everything under control, and that no matter what, it says that it will work out together for good of those who love Him. It's going to be okay. So get your eyes off of the 2025 agenda, get your eyes off of the 2030 agenda, and get your eyes on a relationship with the Most High. I can trust the Father in so many ways. Obediently, I married my hubby, and it turned out quite lovely for me, because as I'm growing in the things of the Most High, He's growing in the things of the Most High, and our faith walk has never caused us to be divided against each other. We've been walking in the same direction, and that's where a lot of things happen in marriages of divorce. I mean, I know I was married before my ex left me because he thought I was too religious, and he found someone that was his match who was anti-faith. So my faith in the Most High caused him not to want to be with me, which is, that's his choice. But Father sent me someone better. I always say he was a goat. Father sent me another sheep. And Father told me back then, a lot of goats are married to his sheep. So a lot of sheep are married to goats. And I know my Father, Heavenly Father, told me not to marry the first husband. He was using a lot of jargon, biblical jargon. So I said, no, Father, you're wrong. He knows you. But as soon as we said I do, he had wanted anything to do with serving the Most High. It was just it was just deception to get me to marry him, So, yeah, you want to be equally yoked. If you are a believer in the Most High, Elohim, and you know that Yahweh is Elohim and Yahushua HaMashiach is the Son, be married to such people that think that way. If you're a Satanist, be married to a Satanist. If you're an atheist, be married to an atheist. Be equally yoked to whoever you decide to marry. Don't try to mix oil with water. It won't last. And the reason why this marriage has lasted is because we have been walking in the same direction on one accord in our faith. It makes such a difference. So today we celebrate the day of the proposal, when I said no to him a couple of times. But by the end of the day, I came to my senses and I said yes. And I'm so glad that I did, because it worked out together for my good. And my Father knows I loved him, and Father knew just what I needed. And in my latter years, my golden years, it's nice to be married to someone where there's peace amongst us and not in a whole bunch of strife and arguing. Because in your latter years, old people like myself, you just don't need all that noise. You don't need all that arguing. These are your latter years, and you just want to rest and be happy. Oh, I asked my neighbors about these flowers here. Can you see it? He is always so nice to give me the clippings. So I told my husband, because my wildflowers did not take off over here, that I would like to put that plant along this area right here. See, it's just not doing well. But these are so beautiful, and it attracts all those butterflies and hummingbirds. So it's my goal to get the backyard looking like that. Isn't that beautiful? is so great at planting these flowers. And let me check out my vegetation today. Yes, come join me. Let's see what's going on in here. So I am learning the secret about watering these plants. Yep, everything's coming about. So my day starts out very early in the morning now. So I get up probably about 5:30 to get out of here. Look at all the little flowers that are coming about. Yep, everything's coming along. And this is Italian parsley. It didn't take the last time, but it's doing quite well this time. And even the celery. See, I use celery in my green drink too, so that's important. And this right here, because I self-pollinate those flowers, so I decided to bring in the paintbrushes. I'm gonna start painting again too. Now this may look tacky up there, but that's to keep the sun. The sun was beginning to really hinder my greens right there. Those are lettuce. So more rosemary's coming up, and that too is parsley. And look at all the baby beets coming about. We use the beets in my drink too. So this is romaine, and that's butternut. I think it's called butternut. Gotta look at the labels again. Carrots. Bok choy is doing very good. And of course, you know, over there is the basil. I love basil in my food. I put it in everything, you know, in my omelets in the morning. So that's how that's going. And got the seeds there because I'm going to be doing some more seeds for the winter, early winter coming up. Get that ready. Probably about December. So, and try to grow more flowers. So, there we go. And that's the up here. Someone said to me, Golly, what is that on the top of your greenhouse? And I said, there's my little puppy out there. Hi, Durango. I see you. There he is out there. That's actually the shade cloth. So. Let me go out here and join my hubby. Talking to his daughter. And we've been taking the flowers from the gardenias to pollinate the flowers there. And what we've been doing is just as they're opening up, just touching this with the pollen from that plant. And then the new flowers. So that by the nighttime, these fall off. Do you see where they go? I said they go right here. See the little yellow things right there. Also, I use this brush too to pollinate things right here. So you just take it and you just do the inside. So I just keep this here. So I'm learning so much. Yep, told my sister. That's what I'm doing in retirement, learning how to plant things. I'm a bee. I should let the bee in there. That'd be a great thing. I had a bee try to come around me because it smelled the pollen. Now that's what I need in the greenhouse are the bees. I was thinking about capturing some. So, hi there, baby. Want to get up here? Come on. He loves sitting in his little swing. Thank you for keeping me company. My daddy's over there. And yes, I've been lining the skies, but I'm over it. As long as we have our divine protection from the Heavenly Father. No time, because that's just cause worry, you know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish doing my chores. I got chores out here I'm doing. I'm just washing the chairs down over there. And finish cleaning the other greenhouse out. So have a wonderful, blessed day. And again, I just want to give Father the praise and glory for being able to still be with my hubby after all these years. That I took a chance on his matchmaking. He did a good job. Shalom, everyone.